It could be fun.
Mitoe and LordRaphael, both doppelsoldners.
They are. They've got the same avatar.
Both banned. And look, you can't read semi-finals. It's gone wrong. Oh, no.
We need a bit of stroke on that to make it stand out. But this is the first time we're seeing Colorado with the doggos in the background. And right. It will be game number 1 in a best-of-3 series between LordRaphael and Mitoe. As we were saying, seed 1. LordRaphael is the top seed. Expecting him to do very well. But equally, Mitoe, very strong player as well. Both in the New World Championship. Let's see how this goes. The score is 0-0. We're just starting. But, ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side of the map in the color teal. What do you call this? Cyan?
Teal.
Teal. It is teal. Okay. Is Mitoe playing as the China here. It is a fixed great start for China. As always, 300 wood. Going to pick himself up. 10 coin in the back there. Not a great treasure. Also has 50 food nearby. We'll see if he goes for that. HF coming out from LordRaphael. He, though, does have 300 wood. And that's going to be pretty good for him. He can build a trading post and a fire pit there. And there's also 40 wood treasure, which he's converted. And he'll go and pick that up later, I presume.
Looks like both are going for the TP quickly here. Will Mitoe, or will LordRaphael rather get the pass if he builds it there? I guess he's not actually going for the TP. Okay.
Probably not. Is he not?
Yeah.
What's over here?
He's not going for the TP.
That's interesting. Normally, I would expect Aztec to do that.
I feel like this map must favor the person on the east, right?
Well, because there's a second traveler.
Oh, there's 2. Ah, I thought there was only 1, you see. Never mind.
Yeah, so it's...
Because I was going to say, that would be a balance issue otherwise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so that's okay.
What do they do in the middle? They just hit collide and crash?
I think they just keep going. So, yeah. Oh, they're 2 separate routes.
Ah, there you go.
Pardon me.
Will's dying, just, as you do. But, yeah, look, they're going to... No, they don't crash. They don't crash. But the one at the top finishes slightly faster. Does that mean that the top trading route is actually slightly shorter and therefore will generate more experience over the course of a game?
In this particular match, yes.
Okay.
So...
Good job, Mitoe.
Yeah, for spawning there. I mean, obviously, the route size will be different depending on what game, but it's very minor anyway, so who really cares? But it looks like he's gone for actually a fire pit market and house there, I guess, because of the 40 wood treasure. It meant a hunting dogs was quite easy to get, which is what he's done. Where normally you would see a trading post, but given you have the XP dance anyway, doesn't need to be doing that, can get a lot of XP from the fire pit. So no trading post today.
No, neither player. Oh, sorry, I lied. Mitoe is actually building a TP on the other side, as the Chinese here. Now, from what I've seen of the Chinese, they do like that FF, or semi-FF. And I feel like against the Aztecs, you can't do a naked FF. That's just not a good call. I feel like Mitoe may play this similarly to the last game, where he does make some military, maybe some Chuko Nu and stuff in Colonial, because LordRaphael may very well get quite aggressive early on here with the Aztecs. But I don't know. I've not seen enough Aztecs to know for sure if they are going to go aggressive or not.
Yeah, that's something you do need to worry about. Right? Puma Spearmen are just so much siege on those bad boys. They're just going to knock over your villages really fast, and of course your trading post as well. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how he handles that. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he did go for a naked FF. But I think we're more, as you said, looking at some kind of. It would be a bit reckless, wouldn't it? He's going to see some units. Is that not? Oh, now it's close. All right, that's fine then.
Yeah,
good stuff. But. Both players about to be aging up. LordRaphael has now gotten enough food, just waiting for his last villager to go, and is now going to be going up with the messenger. Pretty normal for Aztecs. That's because they don't have very many good colonial age politicians. So going to age fast, and now going to gather all the wood he needs for a war hut. So let's see if he sends a forward villager out. Nothing just yet. That's a bear. But either way, it wouldn't need to be out there so soon because it takes a while to get 250 wood. Behind this, China now just aging. Going to build that real close to his TC. So any Puma sieging it will be in range of that TC.
Best protect your neck. Mitoe, what is he going up with? The Summer Palace there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Typical stuff. We saw him doing that last game, and we'll see how he sort of deviates from his strat last game. Treasuring still going on. It looks like Mitoe is going to try and pick up that one there.
LordRaphael did really, really well this game. He got himself 150 coin as well as 110 wood.
Wow.
some really big treasures there. Mitoe did find 90 food, so it's not like he got nothing, as well as 2 stray sheep, which is slightly better for Mitoe than other civs since he's got the village to fatten them on. But
keep in mind, though, he did build the TP, so, I mean, you're expecting LordRaphael to pick a couple of extra treasures up, I suppose.
that is true.
And he's going to pick that one up there as well, which is a wolf. But yeah, you're right. I mean, LordRaphael did get some big treasures there, and that's certainly helping him. Forward war hut in the center of the map. Expected, although maybe is that a bit late?
No, it's as early as it could have been.
Oh, okay.
The trouble is, like, even if you age fast, you still have to gather 250 wood for it.
Right.
But this is Boxer Rebellion. I don't even know what that does. Let's have a look here.
You learn something new every day.
Town center attack increased, and irregulars and sentries no longer lose hit points.
Wow.
Okay, so town center changes all action damage by 50%. It's actually what that. Okay,
Cool.
so it's basically
It's like colonial militia.
It is essentially colonial militia, but the fact that your sentries stay at full HP, that's a really cool mechanic. And that makes a lot of sense, right? So we're going to see him deal with the aggression by sending essentially colonial militia, which means any Puma coming in that are in range of here, they're going to be picked off very, very fast.
And then FF behind it, I guess.
And that does seem to be the case, yeah.
All right. So we were asking, what's our question was, how does he deal with this early aggression? The answer, his answer, might not necessarily be the answer, will be the sentries and irregulars to defend essentially the Chinese colonial militia.
Any extra output damage from the TC, it's going to be really strong against the
And that's why he built that so close as well.
Yep, that's exactly why I did it. And now going to go over and destroy the trading post, because that's free damage. Going to come in with his couple of units there.
That's enough to scare him away.
I don't know. I mean, this guy has like a lot of HP, and he does, what is it, 10 attack per swing. I don't know if they need to be too scared.
No, I don't think so. Mitoe, though, sending the 700 gold. He's clicking up now to the next stage, or I say clicking up. That's just my AOT vocabulary. Building his way up, I suppose, with the Confucian Academy.
I'd say clicking up.
He's not Porcelain Tower, Confucian Academy.
Yeah, and that's because he wants the 7 Arquebusier when he hits up, which the Porcelain Tower doesn't give you, right? So this is not an eco FF. This is going to be, I need units as soon as I get up to defend, so I'm going to build this. And the Porcelain Tower doesn't do that. Now coming in with units here, so the Puma now get to come in just as they've killed the trading post, whilst the reinforcing coyotes and first batch of units arrive. Yeah, there comes the irregulars. The sentries are probably not far behind either. But remember, he's also got extra 135 damage per shot from his TC. It is stronger than usual.
Has he lost a villager, though? It looks like he's about to lose something up there. I think he lost one. And yeah, I mean, he's going to get the age up in. That's for sure, but it will be slower than he perhaps would like. And
I think what he's been doing here is, with his TC, he's been focusing on the Puma Spearmen during that fight with the Irregulars, and those are the things you have to worry about. They've got the most siege, right? So the units that are left are Mace Halton and Coyotes. They don't have a lot of siege. It's fine. The Puma were the priority.
Yeah, LordRaphael still streaming the units over, though. Can we look at units we were on units lost, sorry. So because he's lost 2 villagers there, and he's just got his first banner army. It's incredibly slow to get those out from the Summer Palace, but it will help somewhat, although in the end getting cleaned up very quickly. I mean, those coyote runners tearing through the Chikonu.
That's the trouble, isn't it? They arrive at really inopportune moments where they don't combine with the rest of your army. But Mitoe will get up. It'll just build this very slowly by itself. So it's just, going to take a while.
Yeah, and it's just very awkward because I guess, his eco is now idling. There's a lot of idle villagers here, 13 in this TC, and he's, going to lose a couple of vills here and there as well. It's inevitable.
Looks like he's trying to get enough resources to send the sentries. I just don't think he's got that here. But Puma now coming in. This is what he needs to be afraid of. And Mitoe, it doesn't look too good from trying to build a wall here just to give the Arquebusier that will pop out a bit more protection, so that these units, the coyotes, have to go around.
He's got to do the damage now. One Arquebusier trapped on the other side will go down, and the other ones here on the opposite side of the TC going to try and clean this up as best they can. The coyotes, though, in good numbers here. More reinforcing coyotes coming in, and I don't think Mitoe can hold this. He's just so outnumbered. Arquebusier is not going to be enough of a power spike. And again, they're coming at an inopportune moment. He may have a shipment on the way, but the arquebusier from the upgrade has already gone.
Yeah, he was trying to build this like little pen to keep them safe in, but that didn't work out. And now he's lost 5 villagers as well. But still, no Puma here, and this is a lot of damage from a TC. So
yeah, but it's still over.
Yeah, there's definitely belling him up. It's not looking too good, is it?
Yeah, I don't see how. I mean, unless I'm completely out of the line here, but I don't see how you can stabilize from this after this.
I don't know if it's over just yet, but it's definitely looking tough.
We'll see. 5 meteor hammers coming out. That's pretty good, but so much idle time.
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal. But it's really only 9 idle villages because 10 of them are actually like killing units, which is definitely worthwhile, especially with the building.
I guess you could look at it that way.
Villagers now trying to get back to work here, but
it be denied still.
As it's still obviously very tough, right? Like Mitoe might well stabilize. It's not like these units are going to stay here forever, but behind this we do have a bunch of trading posts, and he's also sent 5 villager shipment as well. So behind this, the Aztec player has a really strong economy. So he's done the damage he needed to do, really.
Yep, and that's it. 1,000 wood coming in. Okay, that's just not. I don't see it. I don't see it. He's 17 eco against 32.
He's got to rebuild his villages, right? He's lost all of his infrastructure. He needs to build
He's popped, actually, isn't he?
Exactly. That's why we need to send a wood now just to get a couple of villages down. Consulate going to go down. We want to spend some of that export as well, and probably a barracks. But now, look, LordRaphael not giving him a moment's breathing room.
No. Why would you? You've got the all the army in the world to do that with, and there you go. Banner army pops out. LordRaphael denying the consulate there. The village does go up, unpopping Mitoe, but now he's repopped again.
Yeah.
And it's just it's falling apart for him really.
He's lost a lot of villages as well, and the Aztecs got big war dance going, or sorry, dancing in general going, and the stagecoach. There's a lot of economy going on in the background here.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very difficult situation for Mitoe to come back. I mean, he's still playing on, so that tells me he still believes there's a chance. But the eco situation is not looking good.
No, it's definitely looking tough for him. Let's take a look at what's going home then. Home. So he's got 7 warrior priests. I guess he's just dancing, for warrior priests there, using the villagers to make it a bit faster so that he can get up to 10 real quick. And then perhaps once he's got all 10, Changdao shipment does come out. That's going to be really strong against the Coyotes.
That's not too bad. For the first time this game, LordRaphael actually backing up, but behind this, he's 20 economy, and that's economy higher.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying. Like Mitoe probably will stabilize, and he's managed to do that just because standing under a TC firing with that much damage, you just cannot stay there forever. But he's done the damage he needed to do, and behind it, as we keep saying, it's not like he's all in here.
No, not at all. Coyote combat now for those existing units, and he's quite far ahead on shipments, isn't he? Forward villagers going out. Well, I guess they're just hunting because they can.
Migration here.
Yes.
Flying Crow and Changdao. So this is now a composition.
Yeah, it's definitely something. I just feel like Mitoe needs to be able to get out and find some villager kills. And I guess LordRaphael may be presenting him with the opportunity to do that by taking the hunt up in the north there. But look at that. Mitoe trying to build that clandestine village. But he's going to get found.
Yeah.
You can't hide from Raphael. I mean, that's just...
And he's found it, and that might be enough to...
That's actually amazing, really, isn't it? The timing of LordRaphael checking that.
Just make only Puma like everyone else, please. Yeah.
Down goes the village. I guess he was trying to use that village to gather that hunt there.
We just got XP for that. Apparently that's fixed. The EP is... okay, clearly it hasn't been fixed. It's supposed to be the case the observers don't get XP anymore, which was quite a clever fix, but not the case.
Does it matter if we get XP?
Not really. It's very insignificant.
There you go. So Coyote coming in. And Mitoe's going to have to hop into the TC. Deadvilles. Okay, 1 Deadville. A little bit slow to hop in there, I feel.
Yeah, Mitoe is he's struggling. At least he's finally got his irregulars out, and they're not going to lose HP. So,
Hey,
yeah.
that's something. Only 5 of them, though. He needs a bit more than 5 to break the 49 military of LordRaphael with 2 war huts in the middle of the map.
Yeah, this map's a bit like Baja California, if you think about it. A winding trade route and some passages.
What's what's that building going up in the middle there? Another war hut. Okay, 3 war huts. Intervention now being called as well, so we're going to see the redcoats. And Mito's got an army. Does he have any sleeves to keep it in?
And it's quite a respectable army. He's got 37 to 49, obviously still low. Here, by the looks of it, going to take down the trading route.
The building damage on the Flying Crow is huge. So what, 5 hits to kill that TP?
Yeah, 228 times 2. It's quite nice.
It might even be 4 hits. No, it's 5 hits. Okay, but that's still insane.
Bam. There it is. And behind this looks like LordRaphael is going to go up to Fortress as well. To deal with this Fortress Age army. Dealing with skirms is, yeah, you can get up. But I wonder if he can... He's still got some mace already here, more being trained. So I don't think Mitoe will be able to break this forward base with just the 1 Flying Crow. But it's probably very soon that we'll see a second Crow.
Right.
So having the 2 will be quite nice for him. Coyotes, though, fast-moving unit, do find the trading post.
Thing is, I mean, he's ahead in the military units as well, and not only that, but it's halfway up to Fortress. So once LordRaphael reaches Fortress and get those upgrades in, he's not only going to outnumber Mitoe, but he's going to overpower him as well.
Yeah, and he'll have he's got a shipment almost ready as well. We might see, you know, one of these come in.
Or an expensive gold shipment, but let's see. He's got his army quite split right now, so we'll lose 1 war hut, may even lose a 2nd war hut, and the cavalry coming in wants to make the play. Meanwhile, LordRaphael's trying to raid at the back, and you know, you don't see players splitting their army too much, actually, and this could actually hurt LordRaphael here, as Mito's cav gets on top of the mace, and the mace just disintegrate under those flails.
The cav are in a really great spot to do damage. Puma do come out, that's what he's going to need to handle the cavalry. But they're not going to last long. There's a lot of arquebusier muskets here. They're going to go down, and then we'll see those cav return to the mace Halton. But coming in from behind, we do have coyote runners. But there's a lot of Changdao here, so the Flying Crow will be fine. Raphael now up to Fortress A, so he's taken some damage getting there. He's lost his 2 war huts and took a poor trade against the units, but he's now up with 2 nobles huts. He's going to pop them down. They're really strong, and they're going to allow him to start training Eagle Runner Knights.
Honestly, though, I mean, Mitoe definitely stabilizing, and it really feels like he's in a position where, provided the game doesn't go too much longer, he might be able to make something out of this. Because, I mean, the way I see this right now is 16 eco versus 49.
Yeah, it's...
You can't let this go for too long.
Yeah, he needs to do something with his army, right? And there's a 2nd Flying Crow. This is probably what he needs. Like, if he loses his army once he's down and he's out, like, he has to make these units really count and do a lot of damage going in, because his army is roughly comparable, although there is more military population to the Chinese. But remember, their Mace Halton are quite weak and cheap, so 1 pop is not, you know, is overrepresented there. But they are now elite, and Eagle Runner Knights are quite strong. And they're only 1 pop, so that kind of makes up for it. And there's also the War Dance here, or whatever dance he chooses. Currently trying to get his Explorer back, or his War Chief. So. Yeah, China, you're for sure. Like, the villager counts it's pretty dire, isn't it? He needs to make something happen.
10 arquebusier, and Mito's rolling out 2 Flying Crows. Lots of Changdao swordsmen. The redcoats mixed in there. The irregulars as well. Kind of light on cavalry, perhaps. Only got the 2 cav units, but Mitoe might have more in queue. No, he doesn't have more in queue. That's going to be it. That's going to be his push. This is going to be the play now. Oh, and wow, he gets the Explorer, the War Chief, right as he dances for it back. So that was kind of a waste from LordRaphael. But here's the fight. The Flying Crows in the back, going to be wheeling their way into position, but struggling to get a good angle, it seems, at the moment.
Yeah, you say it's a waste, but his role is to tank 1,250 hit points.
Yes, but he didn't really tank it.
He wasn't
died before the fight happened.
Anything happened. Yeah. That's true. But now on Combat Dance, so these units are going to be really, really strong.
Yes. What's the Combat Dance doing? The mace. Let's take a look at the mace real quick. Okay, right. Wondered if it would give them more health or something, but no. LordRaphael looks like he's cleaning this one up quite comfortably here. Those upgrades making a significant difference.
And there's a lot of Eagle Runner Knights here, which are really going to be quite strong against the Crows, takes them down. And now that, it looks like it will be the end of Mitoe's run here in this game 1.
Well, we don't want to call it too soon, but he is very outnumbered and he's being chased down.
He looked pretty down and out earlier, and if he wasn't then, he probably is now. But you're right, you're right. Thing is, though, there's so many units here.
Yeah.
Even if the Arquebusier do counter the Eagle Runner Knights, there's just, with the Knight Combat, there's so many of them.
And he's picking them off one by one, isn't he? And with that, he's going to have no army left against 64, 20 eco versus 55, and the time has come to call the GG. But Mitoe, I don't know, maybe being a little bit stubborn about this one, but I mean, this eco in the south is about to get raided. He's lost his TP up in the north.
Oh, okay, this is why he was hanging on. He's got Iron Troops coming, which are incredible. They're just really strong against everything, and they have a very fast rate of fire, but without the rest of the army, yeah, they needed to be combined with the other army to be effective.
I agree.
GGWP.
GG.
And LordRaphael picking up a nice win as the Aztecs there. It was quite an impressive hold from Mitoe, although LordRaphael did do a lot of damage. And then somehow Mitoe gets out back on the map, but it's not enough.
I mean, it really impresses me that they can even remass to that point. It's very impressive. There you have it. Game number 1. It looks like we've got some stroke on our text as well, just in case we get Colorado again, but we won't. Either way, it's fine. We've got Adirondax. Adirondax next. And it is 1-0 to LordRaphael in this semi-final. The other semi-final, we'll check in with that. It is 1-0 to Kaiser, apparently, as they're going on to Adirondax as well in Game 2 over there. So I think I must have been confused earlier. But actually, as I say that, the GG just called there, and they're going to be going to Game 3 over there. Sorry, never mind. They won't be going to Game 3
Kaiser
over there.
has just beaten, has just won 2-0,
yes.
So he's qualified now for the semi-finals.
The semis, you mean the finals?
Oh, yes, that's what I mean.
Kaiser is in the finals, confirmed.
Yeah.
He just beat Tabard 2-0.
And it will be either against Mitoe or LordRaphael. We're about to find out.
So the winner of this will play against Kaiser in the grand finals, and that will be played on ESOC TV. We were told earlier that there actually won't be a third place match, so it will be the grand final only.
Yep.
So yeah, good stuff. And
Kami Ryu saying he'd rather watch us than E3. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
And that's the right answer, because you don't need to watch E3 because we'll be providing a summary tomorrow anyway. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm watching E3 though.
Well, we need to watch E3 to give the summary, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. Wow, 125,000 live viewers right now on Mixer. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, they're streaming it on Mixer. I guess
they are.
Yeah, it is Xbox, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't know if they're on Twitch, but yeah, they're doing the Xbox show now. We're going to wait for LordRaphael to get back into the game room, and Mitoe is saying in the game room that he should have waited for the Iron Troops, which is fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
We sort of picked up on that as well.
Yeah, I played a game against China the other day, and I was in such an overwhelming lead, and then Iron Troops rock up and combine with his army, and it absolutely annihilates me. Iron Troops are so strong, you can't underestimate them. But yeah, he didn't wait for them, and that was a mistake. E3 Live, yes it is.
So I've got that on another monitor over here, but we're going to cast these games, and we've got Mitoe, LordRaphael, Game 2 now, and LordRaphael looks like he's taking the Dutch, although it is not locked in.
LordRaphael does have to pick first, so actually it is not locked yet. I see. Is that what you read? Or? He says he has to pick first, but he's not locked it yet, so this is not confirmed. But it looks like Dutch.
Does look like it. He's considering it, but it's not confirmed, as you say. And we've got Chinese on Mitoe. Of course, he could take that again since he lost with them. Not going to be afraid, I think, to take Chinese here. It's obviously a strong civ for him. It's one which he likes.
Spanky, that's a good idea. Having a donation having the same one on both streams. No one had thought of that, I think, is what has happened. Maybe next time, though. Still on Dutch. And we're not sure what he'll pick. LordRaphael's quite a good Dutch player. But he's probably considering how he plays against China as the Dutch. Or what civs would be good against China. Because that's Mitoe's... It's a really strong civ for Mitoe that he'll have to watch out for.
Right. Funnily enough, actually, Mitoe is currently in 3rd position with the betting. Apparently.
Mitoe himself?
Yeah, I don't know. That is actually Mitoe? I think that is, isn't it?
Mitoe with a 0,
yeah. So that's kind of funny. Like, he's actually 3rd. I wonder if he bet on himself. Surely he would.
Yeah, I mean, you should really, right? Otherwise, you could fix the matches, but I don't think we'll worry about that.
Nightbot's actually broken. We don't know why, but it's just stopped working.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to use commands earlier, but it wasn't working. I was trying to, because we've got a LAN command, and I was typing it, and it's not nothing.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
People are gonna.
I think it's down worldwide.
You type that LAN, and then nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, I could
no
type.
No one's gonna hear for 2 minutes.
I could press. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I just put a link to the newer championships.
All right, fair enough. Who disabled the Nightbot?
Yeah, I just answered that. No one's disabled it. The whole thing's down. Yeah.
There's a lot of planets being streamed on the Mixers stream.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what game that is, but it looks like...
Is that E3 Live?
That is E3,
People actually go there to...
Oh, yeah. Or mostly game industry people, game people,
All right. There's a lady in a chat.
Here we go.
Walking out.
I wonder how cringe this is going to be.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make a cringe compilation. Scrap the whole idea of doing the E3 Age of Empires review. Let's do a cringe compilation. Classic.
I wonder what he's saying. He looks very well rehearsed.
Yeah.
Commercial director.
Well, we'll find out what they're saying later. Well, let's not get too distracted.
That's true. That's true.
LordRaphael is locking the Dutch, and we will see if Mitoe responds with a different civ pick or if he continues to go with the Chinese here.
Yeah. And I just want to shout out to the players. They're only playing for $100, and we've got this whole tournament out of them.
Well, as you said, it's not just $100, though, is it? It's sort of points for things to come, larger events in the future, isn't it?
It is. They're playing for, that's right, position in the playoffs.
All right. Apparently they're showing a game called Ninja Theory right now on E3. Don't care.
Right.
I don't know. I'm a fan of a lot of the games Microsoft have published, actually. I play a lot of Sea of Thieves, which is a Microsoft-published title. It's really good, actually. Oh, it's a world premiere. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Ninja Theory.
LordRaphael.
Oh, it looks like a Borderlands clone. All right, next.
Oh, it has got that same...
It's got that cell shading look to it, hasn't it? Sorry, we're talking about E3, and I don't know if you guys even know what we're talking about.
And even
here.
if they have it live, we're 2 minutes delayed.
Oh shit! You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. Whatever. We are still waiting for interjection.
LordRaphael is
Mitoe.
LordRaphael has said BRB. He's taking a quick bath by the looks of it.
Yeah, quick dip. It's no problem. We've got time.
But we are now the sole stream until the grand final. Mitoe looks like he's going to play Japan. That's right.
All right. Well, there you go.
The Japs.
Is that locked? Though he can still change.
He can.
But I don't think he will.
Japan versus Dutch. I think this is quite good for Japan. Like, they're often, their Achilles heel is that early pressure, right? And Dutch don't really do that very well. So, should be good. Should be good for Japan. They can do their thing, which is shrine booming. Maybe we'll even see Heavenly Kami make an appearance here. But it is a water map, so perhaps not. Obviously, the fishing boat's really, really strong on water maps. And
there you go. Locked in. LordRaphael's ready. Mitoe, is he ready? Apparently they suck. The Japanese suck, apparently, according to Mitoe. But they are fun.
And maybe they're a good Civ versus Dutch, but yeah, Mito's opinion of Japan
Is it the Civ or the player? Winky face. LordRaphael with the smack talk. I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, let's get into this. Mitoe versus LordRaphael for game number 2 in this best of 3 series. LordRaphael, therefore, on match point. If he wins this, he'll play Kaiser Klein in the finals of... That's funny. We keep seeing Kaiser Klein and LordRaphael in
Yeah,
finals.
I know. They somehow keep clashing, don't they?
But Mitoe could win here. He could, if he wins 2 in a row, it could be...
Oh, there we go. He's readied up. The game is launching. And do you think it's likely they'll get 2-0? I mean, Mito's a formidable player. I mean, it's a short series, so he doesn't really have much time to come back and bring it back.
Yeah, it could be possible LordRaphael just gets 2 quick, clean games. But my money's on Mitoe, actually. I think this seems like a good matchup for Japan. And I know Mito's got a bit of fight in him. I think that although LordRaphael is the number 1 seed, I think actually Mitoe can match that. Mitoe, I think, a bit underrated, perhaps, by the other players who seeded him. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see what he's got in store for us today. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side of the map in the color teal, cyan, pardon me, playing the Japanese.
I like teal. Teal is good. Teal is life.
We do have Mitoe. You really like your BM, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah. That was in response to LordRaphael suggesting that Mitoe is a bad player.
Yes.
Not just the Civ, it's the player.
In the lobby before we started here. But Mitoe going to be immediately going for 40 wood in the back of his base there. Going to start chopping some wood as well. It was a coin start, so sadly Japan is going to have to gather a lot more wood than usual to get that consulate, which will be frustrating for him, but 40 wood is going to help that a little bit, and he's going to get that cherry orchard scouting, since of course he's already got one at home. He doesn't need the second one for a little while. Is going to build a trading post by the looks of it, which is actually, so not a consulate, instead going to chop 200 wood for a trading post, which is sort of not what we usually see from Japan. I'm quite interested to see then what Mitoe has in mind. This is quite exciting. But LordRaphael, here he is in the right-hand side of the map, playing in the color blue as the Dutch. Let's see where this goes. Nothing unusual from him. Going to be starting with the house there. No market, no trading posts. Of course, Dutch. They don't really want to do those things, as if you go for a market, you can sometimes delay getting your first villager queued in age 2, especially because you already have to build a bank as well. So going to skip those kind of things. We'll see how it goes for him. So far, though, 90 food there, and it looks like he's just going to hide in the corner whilst his opponent sort of goes for the 90 food.
Yeah, that's sneaky, isn't it?
It's going to hide on the edge of the map there. Looks like Mito's going to scout around whilst the other explorer sort of heads towards the treasure there. But yeah, it looks like LordRaphael poised to steal that. And Mitoe, now the second monk has arrived, is going to get in and start.
Yeah, going to be doing that. And in comes LordRaphael. Opportune moment to come in there. Looking to try and steal that treasure from under Mitoe's nose. Who gets the click first? I think it's Mitoe.
I think it was LordRaphael. Oh, it was Mitoe. Okay, well done.
Split second.
It is very, very hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, but he did get his. It did pay off, you know, hard-earned work, and gets the payoff in the end.
But worth a try. How would for a shrine and teepee? Well,
Ooh.
magic. Says
Well, I
Mitoe.
wonder, maybe because he gathered it.
Yeah, he chopped
That's a bit far out, isn't it?
I mean, it's going to delay his age up a bit, but the 40 wood was quite nice to help him out there.
Yeah, that definitely helped.
And he definitely is going to be pleased he got the 90 food. That's going to mitigate some of that that slowness. But we can already see how slow Mitoe is, right? LordRaphael already 10% up to the colonial age. Mind you, Dutch do age up a bit quicker than usual. 3 settlers now coming out, and for Japan, we do see those 3 fishing boats.
But he's already got his second shipment on the way. Take a look at his deck. He's just sent another colonial shipment. Heavenly Calm. Sorry.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's Heavenly Calming.
I can't see why he'd ship in list of regulars again in this matchup. That's really interesting.
He's going up with Toshogu's Shrine, I would imagine.
He's going up with 2 shipments. He's got something funky in mind.
What's this?
It's the Toshogu Shrine.
Yeah. So.
But to go Heavenly Kami as well as 3 fishing boats in age 1.
It's quite greedy, isn't it?
We'll see if that's actually what he's done. It can't be, but it must be, because he would have
It can't be. It must be.
It must be, though.
Pick one.
That's true. 3 fishing.
Three more fish. He sent it twice.
I see.
Well, there you go then. That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Well, that's essentially 6 villagers already sent for Mitoe.
Well, yeah, we forget that Japan can send their shipments twice.
Well, I do. I haven't ever played Japan in my whole life, so...
So 6 villagers there, and that's what the trading post is going to allow him to do, which is quite interesting, actually. He's essentially getting himself an extra shipment in with this trading post instead of the consulate, which can come later on. He's going to go for full wood, full cost shrines that are not cheaper at all, because he does not have the Portuguese consulate. But looks like LordRaphael captured the native scouts and is now coming over to pick himself up a Cherokee rifleman as well. At home, Dutch going to be putting down his first bank there that he's collected for during transition. And now the interesting thing is to see if he decides that he wants a bank off of the off the 400 wood that he shipped.
Right. I mean, I think he probably would, right? I mean, it's...
The other option is not a trading post, is a military building and 2 houses.
Right. I feel like I guess he saw how slow Mitoe is he's not up to colonial yet. So he's probably thinking he can get away with the bank, right?
Yeah, or maybe you capitalize on the fact that he's been slow and go and be aggressive. But yeah,
either way.
There's the bank coming down. And Mitoe now only just hitting colonial at just before 5 minutes.
But he's a good shipment ahead, and he's going to be sending that next shipment now. Barracks coming down as
Probably
well.
going to be 5. Oh, it doesn't have 5 fishing boats. Okay, but that is a card you can have.
Right. What do you think he's sending then, in that case? There's a lot of options. Maybe just the vills?
Maybe 600 wood to get a consulate and some more shrines.
He is actually chopping wood heavily, though, which makes me think he might not send the wood.
That's true.
So he's probably more likely to either send vills or maybe something else.
Yeah, I think vills. I can't see why he'd send anything else.
Well, we'll see. All will be revealed momentarily. He's scouting as well, the other side of the map. He's at the TC, inside of LordRaphael's base, seeing what's going on there. And being battered down, poof, out he goes. He sees the 3 banks. So he sees that there's only 3 banks. He may not have seen the barracks, but probably doesn't anticipate any early aggression. And he actually did send the 600 wood. So you're right about that.
Yeah. We'll see what he decides to do with it. Yeah, consulate or market rather coming down. And just going to spam shrines with that wood. Makes sense. Just get ahead economically. If we click to recalculate it, it's actually quite even here. And there's the final bank. Sorry, not the final bank. You can build 5 on the EP.
Yeah, 4th bank there.
Yeah, 4th bank. The 5th would be the final one. And I'm kind of half expecting LordRaphael to do that. He's chopping wood now. I'm expecting to see a 5th bank from him. Just go for that full Dutch boom.
The way it's walled with these banks as well is quite nice. He's got that natural wall off across the front of his base. It's not, complete, but it's kind of close enough, and it will provide a lot of choke points if he needs to retreat back.
Yep.
Very nicely done. But he has also given Mitoe a lot of map control. He's given Mitoe the opportunity to place down a lot of shrines, and economically they're very close at the moment. So, what's better, banks or shrines? Because I think shrines, maybe give you a bit more versatility, right?
Well, you're going to build both either way. So I don't know if comparing them, what that really means. But
what I mean is, like, the shrine can be toggled to other resources. Like, he's on coin, right? Whereas the bank can only ever provide coin.
Correct. Yeah.
So the fact that he's ahead economically by 4, but also has the versatility, must work in Mitoe's favor.
Right. Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't know. That's my weird and crazy logic. But, he's coming down now with the Yumi to deal with these pikeys. No problem. The pikeys, I shouldn't say that, should I? Deal with the pikemen. They should be fine. But
I've never seen a pike woman, though.
No. I wonder why not.
Yeah, a couple of Yumis out, though. Going to deflect the skirms there. But most importantly, it looks like Mitoe is going to be able to save the shrines. No issues here. And Mitoe now getting Imperial bureaucracy in. So Eco looking pretty solid.
Worth noting as well, by the way, the chat, the viewers, our lovely viewers, 13,000 denarii in the fund, and a 60-40 split favouring Mitoe. 60% of you, or 60% of the bets at least, going toward Mitoe here. Does seem to be favoured in this matchup. Maybe just because it's the civs, or maybe they just generally think Mitoe will come back.
Yeah, well, 60-40 is still quite close, isn't it? But
Yeah.
does favour Mitoe slightly. And, yeah, I quite like Mitoe's position at the moment. It's got a good eco, but so does LordRaphael. 700 coin coming in for Raphael now, and that's probably going to signal the age up.
Yep, it looks like it. He's got the food he needs already, so just needs to increase his gold slightly. I don't even think he needs that coin on the floor to age up, actually. I think he can do that with his banks, but yeah, going to grab that now. And aging up to age 3. Mitoe, a bank.
Yeah, from the
From the consulate.
Dutch consulate.
If he's got them, I want them too.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
They're trying to get ahead there. These skirms, not quite out of range. They want to use their range advantage.
Right.
But
This is something that Mitoe seems to be very good at, the unit control. Being able to pick off units, control them very nicely. Did get snared by the Explorer by the looks of things, but for now, I mean, look at Mitoe's shipments. It's a lot of villagers, a lot of eco.
It's a pure boom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once that bank goes down as well,
Man.
he's really looking quite good economically.
Absolutely. But he's not up yet. And meanwhile, LordRaphael reaches Fortress Age, and he can start to build units, train units, start to apply some pressure, perhaps. He's got the stable at the back for Reuter, I guess, and the barracks at the front for Skirm. But he's actually, well, he's going for Hussar, in fact. No Reuter here.
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. Why would he go Reuter? He's not expecting any Naginata, I guess.
No.
So,
No, well, there is a stable coming down now. It's often safe just to go with Reuters anyway, in case like you do need to defend them. If there are cav, it's just so risky to not have some sort of anti-cavalry. But here he's going for sort of not a cheese build, but Hussars, they can defend your skirms. They just sort of get out in front of your Yumi and defend them that way. But also, like, this is sort of less expected. And as you said, Naginata, I feel like Japan, they're quite expensive and hard to get out, although Mitoe's eco is starting to look quite nice, so I don't think that'll be too much of an issue for him, which is why we're seeing Nagi's actually being trained now at the stable. Nice. He's got 6 in queue, so...
It's quite good, considering he's gone for
unless
Huss.
they're about to pop, this is pretty good for...
Yeah, there they are.
Okay.
That's good timing, actually, for Mitoe. Very good timing. Not an ideal fight. I mean, obviously the Yumi's still being hit by the Hussar there, but we've got the sentries coming in as well, and they'll push them back, I assume.
Yeah, and that should be enough there.
But yeah, I mean, Mitoe looks to be going strong economically, but not exactly ahead in score. I know score doesn't tell us everything, but it tells me one thing, and that's LordRaphael still in a very good position in this match. Mitoe yet to age, of course.
Yeah,
and that might be a challenge.
He sent Yumi attack as well. So is Yumi starting to get stronger and stronger? I wonder if he will age. Obviously, it's strong.
But he's got what, 2 racks and a stable here, so he's got the potential to pump out a lot of units now.
Yeah, and he's also got a lot of upgrades. He's got Yumi Archer attack, Ashy Musk attack, as well as the Daimyo. So there's sort of 3 unit shipments that will keep him going.
Well, keep in mind as well, yeah, he's got that available, but he will have to take a break at some point for those cherry orchards.
That's true, but you would have to do that if you go Fortress anyway.
Yeah, true.
So he basically has like upgrades, so he can sort of keep up with his opponent's units, which are about to become a veteran there as well. Daimyo Mototada coming in, which is essentially a unit upgrade as well as a nice sort of strong unit. And Mitoe, Japan never really needs to worry about running out of shipments because they can send a lot of things twice. So there's no hurry to get to the Fortress Age, I suppose. But Veteran Hussar is now in, and Daimyo Mototada just entering the field. We're going to spend down his HP and make the most of that before he dies. A lot of the Hussars going down, but thankfully a few more enter the fray. And this is basically a cav war. Whoever's cav runs out first, then those will be able to go on.
Well, it's going to be the Hussar winning that one, right? Although there are Naginata on the back lines.
Yeah, and does... Oh, look, did you see that?
Oh, he gets out.
Do you see how he put the skirms, the Yumi in front just to stop
so good.
That was really,
and
really...
the Naginata get onto the skirms at the back.
Yeah.
That's actually so good for Mitoe. And it looked so good for a moment for the Hussar there, but those reinforcing Naginata didn't go into the main bulk of the army. They chased down those weak skirms on the rear, and it looks like Mitoe's going to clean up even more of these units as they run back.
But big batch of Hussar. It looks like, was that 2 batches? Plus, I think 2 batches of Hussar plus the 4 from the from the shipment there, this is now going to turn the fight. Daimyo Mototada needs to get out of there and stay safe. And now the Yuumi, yeah, they're just going to retreat. Those Nagi's going to go down, and he's going to try and get as much distance as he can away from the Hussar because he needs to remass. Let's take a look at units in queue. Does have a few more Nagis and now switching into Ashigaru, which is definitely sensible since there are so many cavalry. Going to need that musketeer-style unit to handle them.
Yeah, we got 9 Reuter coming out now as well. I don't know how many more military shipments he has in the Fortress Age, but they're definitely going to be useful if Mitoe continues adding in Naginata.
He should have plenty.
Yeah, he's got more skirms. Yeah, he's got loads, hasn't he? He's got skirms to send still, more Reuters as well. But let's see how LordRaphael takes this fight. They're very close in military count, so it's going to be an important fight for both players here. Yeah. Cavalry getting stuck in on the front lines, but the Reuter at the back can focus down any cavalry from Mitoe there, and they will do exactly that. So looking good. We've got some clubmen coming in too.
Yeah, those clubmen. That's exactly what he needed, because the cav there was enough of them to cause some issues for those Yuumi. But
my God,
that's
the
going
Yuumi
to
are strong though.
And there's so many of them. There's 34, right, to his opponent's 7. And with the upgrades, they've got Yuumi attack and the Daimyo in the back here as well, just being nice and safe, although he's out of range now, but can be moved forward. Yeah, these are very, very strong. And now he's going to chase LordRaphael back across the map. Still a very even game, certainly in terms of score, but it looks like it's starting to swing to Mitoe. He's ahead economically, he's ahead militarily, and his villagers are just gathering all day long at home.
He's actually looking very good.
Yeah,
he's looking very good.
It's looking solid.
Yeah. How does LordRaphael deal with these Yuumi? That's the question. I mean, does he consider adding a foundry and going for some artillery here? Because I feel like they are starting to become a problem.
Yeah, that's the trouble. Like, once you start to lose the skirm war, which in this case they're Yuumis, it's hard to catch back up in skirmisher numbers to challenge it, so you do have to do something like a cav switch or artillery foundry for cannons. And I wonder, foundry could be good, especially as Dutch with all of the banks. You've got a lot of coin anyway, which is, kind of helpful. You can do that. The other option is obviously cav, but at the moment sort of doing neither, and is... Yeah, I guess I don't know is the answer. Maybe.
There's so many Ashes coming in behind this as well. I mean, this is a huge, massive unit for Mitoe. He's doubling the military population of LordRaphael right now. LordRaphael, a lot of Reuters in there, but that's all well and good. But this massive Yuumi, this massive Ashi, not going to give a crap about those Reuters, to be honest.
Yeah, and he's being very diligent with the Daimyo. It's like staying on the back lines. It's slowly regaining health because it's standing still. It's looking pretty good. But yeah, looks like he's going to use all of certainly the clubs and the Ashes to start sieging down buildings, whilst the Yuumis on the front do a bunch of damage.
That sounds quite defeatist from LordRaphael. GG called. There it is. And Mitoe levels out the series.
That's pretty interesting. Colonial Japan.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Didn't see that coming.
That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Just like pure eco, 3 fishing boats twice, followed by, with the trading post. 600 wood for shrines, and then 4 villages before then sending upgrades and getting into the fight.
Out-ecoing the Dutch. Very nicely done. And I mean, obviously those Yuumi didn't necessarily need the disciplined upgrade, or the honored upgrade. Is it disciplined first? Yeah,
it's disciplined.
Didn't need that. Combat is enough, and the sheer numbers obviously working in his favor. But we'll have a game 3 here in this second semi. Of course, the winner will face Kaiser Klein in the grand final. And it is now match point. There is only 1 game left in this best of 3 series.
Yep.
I'm keeping a close eye on the E3 stream at the same time.
I can tell.
Yep. I just saw Keanu Reeves standing on stage. But that's not Age of Empires. So I'll keep my focus over here. I have no idea what this is. They're showing some weird thing. They just showed like a Minecraft Diablo thing, which was pretty interesting. But we'll have game 3 fairly soon. We'll be in the lobby momentarily, and we'll be able to see Sorry, we're just sorting this out. And I'm a little distracted right now, not going to lie. But yeah, we'll have our next game shortly. With any luck. And Civs, well, we can't have Dutch for... wait, we can have Dutch.
From LordRaphael, we can have Dutch, yeah.
And Mitoe
and
too.
Mitoe as well,
Neither
yeah.
of them taken
That's
one with Dutch yet. So it could be a Dutch mirror here for the final game. We will see. Hopefully they're ready up ASAP. And we can go into our deciding match here. Still lots of bright pink colours on the E3 stream. It's rather crazy over there, but we will be a moment here. Yep, misspelled that one. There we go. And everyone in the chat, thanks for sticking around today. Hopefully you've been enjoying the games. We've had a really nice day so far. Lots of very entertaining matches. It's great to see a tournament playing out in one day. It's great to see so many people tuning in. And thank you to Comet K and all those involved in organizing this event. It's been really good, really well run, very smooth. And we are actually going to be going into Mendocino next, which is our third and final game, the decider between LordRaphael and Mitoe. The winner, of course, going through to face Kaiser Klein in the grand final. And Will, I think the game is loading in right now.
Yep, we got in there. Sorry, did I look sad? No, I'm fine. I was just concentrating.
He was very focused. That was his concentrated face.
Yeah, that was my focus face. But we've started the game. It's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the bottom of the map in the color teal, we do have Mitoe playing as the Dutch. And this is interesting. LordRaphael also playing the Dutch. We will have a Dutch mirror, which we haven't seen competitive grand final Dutch mirrors since the World Cyber Games of
Jesus.
Well, Dutch
WCG was like 2007.
Yeah, but it's really weird to see Dutch on like trading post maps and stuff.
Right.
But because of the civ restrictions, it makes a lot of sense, right? So,
and this is a 40p map, so we'll see if that comes into play at any point.
4TP map indeed, yeah. So what we used to see in Dutch mirrors was just artillery foundries and falconets, culverins, that kind of thing. But this was many, many years ago, many moons ago. I think instead we'll probably see the sort of 4 or 5 bank FFs that we've been seeing, and then sort of goon skirm as usual. But I'd be interested to see if people do add artillery. Yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun to see. But yeah, Dutch mirror. And I'm very excited to see how that pans out. LordRaphael just tried to play the Dutch, but obviously did not win with them. So such is the way of things. Here he is again, attempt number 2. And now Mitoe evening the score up to 1-1. Of course, that very first game was China versus Aztecs, where Mitoe did not win. So he has managed to even up the series. And the question is now, who can win the Dutch mirror? Because this is a very important Dutch mirror. It takes you through to play Kaiser Klein in the grand finals. So looking forward to seeing how this plays out here. I suppose we should take a look at the treasuring here. Settler treasure, that's a really, really nice one.
Oh, yeah.
Mitoe going for that, trying to create these black bears the best he can, trying to avoid combat. Doing a really nice job. You see, he was doing a really good job. When you shoot them, if you move at the same time as you shoot, the bears won't come attack you. He's going to lose a lot of health here, but it's all going to be worth it for that villager.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to grab that, get a small eco lead, and you know, in games like this, it's these small differences that add up over time to make quite a large difference in the end. I was
just watching this. Like, Mitoe's unit control is so nice. Like, he grabbed the villager and just... sometimes, I don't know if you've... The thing is, it's really awkward. You don't know when you've actually finished getting the treasure for villager treasures. Okay. It's a little bit different.
But you have to jump down from the tree. It's quite a long animation, isn't it?
As soon as he'd gotten it, the explorer just, like, stopped trying to pick the treasure up, and he obviously gotten the treasure, and then goes to start attacking the envoy. And here, because of that, like those very small momentary things, I think might have actually...
Oh, it's so close.
Might have actually
6 HP is dead.
Enabled him to not die, and in fact actually get his opponent's one. So really, really nice stuff there from Mitoe.
Yeah, nice attention to detail. Lovely stuff. And as you can see, economic unit population. He's ahead by 1, thanks to that.
Very, very
3 settlers
slightly
coming
ahead.
in for both.
Won't be able to get this treasure, at least until that Explorer is healed up to half HP. I know he's going to go for it, but he's going to tank on the Envoy. That's really interesting. So Envoy going to tank the damage here.
Lovely stuff. And I think it will tank enough. It looks like that unit there from Gaia is going down fast enough.
Yeah,
get that.
Envoy is like one of the few. He's a very high HP scout. 200 HP is quite a lot there, but that's really nice use of it actually, because his Explorer was so low on HP.
And Mitoe wants a win here. You can just tell he is really going all out for this.
He's really poised to get one, because 95 wood and a villager, it basically means he's going to get that bank down very, very easily. And with the Dutch, you often have this issue where, because you have to build this bank in transition, unless you find some good treasures, you don't actually queue that first vill until maybe 10 seconds after you've aged sometimes.
Right.
But Mitoe not going to have that issue. So
you can see now the bank's going up, and look at RordRaphael's resources. He's a little bit behind there.
Yeah, he needs to get to 350 of each, right? And then he has to gather 100 coin, which he's not going to be able to do to train that villager, because obviously Dutch vills cost gold. So and Mitoe's a vill up as well. This is really, really nice. Excellent herding from Mitoe as well. He's brought this all the way in under his TC, exactly where it needs to be. Let's take a look at the treasures from LordRaphael, though. He found a Native American warrior, so he's going to be slightly ahead in the skirm count, and is going to use that right now to pick himself up 60 wood here. He's also found himself 70 food as well, and 135 XP. So by no means a bad colonial, but I'm going to give it to Mitoe. That was really nice. Really,
he will
really nice
get his next shipment just a little bit earlier, thanks to the XP treasure. But over time, that will sort of like smooth out, I guess.
Yep.
So he'll be up to 3 shipments, and Mitoe will be on 2 at the same time, but that's fine. Mitoe here, slightly ahead, as we can see. And even Mitoe getting 40 food as well. But what's that from LordRaphael? Is that a market?
Yes, a market.
It is, and Mitoe instead going for the second bank.
Yeah, second bank coming down.
So deviation in strats, always good to see 2 players mirrored but sort of different at the same time.
So what I think LordRaphael is going to do is make use of the market trade earlier than his opponent can to get those more favorable rates. And then he's going to use the market to buy the wood he needs to build these banks. And obviously, of course, get those upgrades in as well, hunting dogs coming in. So, yeah, with his 400 wood, he's basically still got 400 wood. He just has to buy 100 wood to make up for it, I suppose, at the market there. But 700 wood going to be both players' first shipments. And by the looks of it, we're going to see a third bank from Mitoe. And I wonder what he'll do with the second half of his wood. Will we see a stable come down and some houses? We'll have to see. But it looks like LordRaphael is also wondering that question. The Cherokee Rifleman is in base trying to look, but not long before that Explorer straight onto the scout. Mitoe not wasting any time. He knows that he is here to look, and he's going to take advantage of the fact that it's so far away from home and get some free damage. I don't really think LordRaphael scouted anything. There wasn't anything to be seen here, and Mitoe is going to ship a bank wagon as well there. Let's take a look at LordRaphael. He's got 2 banks going down, so he will have 3 in total. 1 is, of course, from the bank wagon, but he's managed to eke in a stable, whereas looks like that's only now just going down for Mitoe. So he's going to be ahead on cavalry or whatever it is they try to do. Yeah, Hussars now in Q4, LordRaphael there.
Yeah, so looks like it's going to be a good game here, but I think LordRaphael, if he gets the first strike, then might be able to find a villager, perhaps. You never know. It could be the difference between picking up a villager or not, just that few seconds. But I don't know, it seems unlikely, right? Like, it's quite a large distance to travel, and Mitoe should have a Hussar out or something to defend by the time LordRaphael arrives.
And that's why I like Mitoe's position better, because these cav, they may be on the field more soon, but they still have to travel across the map. And by the time they get here, Mitoe will have his 5 cav out just as these are arriving. And obviously, the later you leave it, the better, because you can reinvest that in eco, etc. You can get your market upgrades sooner or something. It's just being slightly greedier is always better. But looks like LordRaphael is going to do something a bit aggressive. He's starting with 8 pikes here, which is during the cav fight going to give him a huge advantage, because also pikes very strong against cavalry, but also he can deal damage to the stable or perhaps the houses, whatever it is that he decides to siege with them. Whereas Mitoe playing that 600 wood there, he's going to add in a barracks and is being slightly more greedy. Let's see how he handles these these pikemen.
Yeah.
He may have to send Minutemen to handle
So
that.
the barracks there, though, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And as opposed to sending the 600 wood, which Mitoe sent, Mitoe being a bit more greedy, but Minutemen being called.
Yeah, and he has to send this to handle these pikemen here. So
It's
nice.
pretty good, though. He will get the pikemen on the Minutemen.
Yeah, he's forced a Minutemen pop, and it doesn't look like the Cav will be taking too much damage from those pikemen. So it's okay for Mitoe here, and he's going to deflect this pressure. And now, I don't know. I mean, I guess it forced Minutemen, but I don't know if that's necessarily worth a shipment, really. I think Mitoe is now a shipment up because LordRaphael has essentially sent 8 pikes, and I don't really think it's achieved very much.
No, I completely agree with you there. He does have more Hus, though. Yeah, and Mitoe, a demonstration there of poor unit control. I mean, he's been so on point with that all series and all day today.
But it's not too bad. He's got Minutemen in the back as well as this TC firing. But
You're right,
it's not ideal to take a fight with fewer units, is it?
No, not at all. But he might have some... oh, no, he doesn't actually have anything else queued up. I wondered if maybe he'd have something queued at the barracks here, but no. Just a villager and more food being sent.
Yep.
So interesting, but he should defend quite comfortably with the TC fire, of course. That'll help to clean up these remaining Hussar. And all in all, although LordRaphael stays up in military count...
Another 5 Huss coming in. LordRaphael, this explains why he sent the 8 pikes. He's looking to play a Dutch colonial here, and he's just going to keep rallying Hussars into his opponent's base. The pikes were supposed to give him a sort of edge, but that's the trouble. When you're fighting in your opponent's base, you're taking TC fire and stuff like that. And Mitoe, he's still going to find... He's just clicked up, so he's going to find his way up to the Fortress Age. This classic LordRaphael maneuver here, but Mitoe is going to escape by splitting there. One Hussar does get caught, the other, though, very low HP up in the top. Hussar's now coming back into the base. Mitoe has managed to click up, but these are going to try and bell up the villagers. But Mitoe is not overreacting. In fact, just going to bash them down.
Not too scared at all, is he? He's controlling them very nicely. But yeah, Mitoe actually even in eco right now. How did that happen? LordRaphael must have got his last bank up in the meantime. I'm guessing he got the bank because neither player has lost a villager.
Yeah.
So they're actually even, all things considered now.
Well, Mitoe just lost a village, just as you said.
First one. There you go.
Just there.
Jinxed it.
In terms of units lost, yeah, Mitoe is definitely doing all right. He's lost 7 Hussars and 6 Minutemen in exchange for 8 pikemen and 14 Hussars there. But I think, no, not a second villager. So overall, I'm going to give the Discovery Age to Mitoe and the Colonial Age to Mitoe. Let's see, though, if LordRaphael can do something better in the Fortress Age. He's at a slight disadvantage, having lost more resources in the Colonial Age on Hussars there, and I think he was hoping to achieve more villager kills and perhaps catch Mitoe off guard with the bonus Hussars that he'd been training. What am I saying? Sorry, I was distracted by something.
You focus on that.
1,000 wood now coming out for Mitoe, and just going to play this really, really greedy Dutch style now. That wood's going to be really, really good. He's going to drop down a bunch of houses, and he can get his second stable and second barracks off that as well. So a really, really nice shipment for Dutch that they want to be sending at some point, and ideally the sooner the better. So that's pretty good for him. Let's see then how this progresses. LordRaphael has not sent anything just yet. I'm interested to see what his first shipment will be, but Mitoe, yeah, he's going to mirror it with 1,000 wood, so they're both going to send that, but Mitoe just a slight step ahead of him. He was up slightly sooner. He's had a slightly better colonial. Let's take a look at units in queue. Both training skirms, and Mitoe has a Reuter there as well. LordRaphael needs to perform here to stay in this game.
Yeah, Mitoe's up on military, equal on economy. And at the moment, it looks like it's going to be difficult. Like, because I guess in a mirror, there's no mechanic to come back other than your own pure skill.
Yep.
Your own mechanics.
That is the theory, isn't it?
Right. But I mean, how else do you get a difference? Maybe you have a different card or two in your deck.
Yep,
but
yeah.
It's not like your Civ has a mechanic where like, oh, I'm behind now, but I can be ahead later. It's the same for both. And you know, it's very difficult to sort of see a way to change this.
Yeah, it's a good point you bring up. So I want to compare their decks, right, and see what they've got here. It looks like Mitoe has got one extra Industrial Age card. 2 actually. He's got 17 skirmishes and 14 Reuters. Pardon me, the other way around, but they're there. all the same by sacrificing 1 Fortress Age and 1 Colonial Age card. And LordRaphael, it looks like he's got, I think, an extra something in here. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, LordRaphael has a 3 cav shipment in his Colonial Age, whereas Mitoe does not. But that's not going to matter now because Mitoe is up to the Fortress Age. He's not going to need that 3 cav shipment. 1,000 gold coming in from LordRaphael here. A lot of gold, and I don't know why.
This is dangerous now because look, Mitoe could start to make a push. 57 mil against 22.
Oh, wow.
LordRaphael sinking a lot of...
LordRaphael going up to the Industrial Age.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's sinking a lot of resources. And now Mitoe's rocked up. Big military. LordRaphael's decided to invest. Will it pay off?
Let's see. He's going to easily take down this stable, and he's got more military units, right? So this is a free stable for Mitoe. He's going to get a lot of villager kills here. Sorry, skirmisher kills. LordRaphael's deck isn't really geared for the Industrial Age. It's only got the 2 heavy cannons in there in the factories, which is, I guess, enough. But it's not like Mitoe's deck that has a bit of extra oomph.
Yeah, yeah. The thing with the heavy cannons as well is there's a lot of Reuter, right? So Reuter can easily sort of get in there and maybe pick them off with that much on the field.
Although it's hard to pick off heavy cannons. They have so many hit points, and that 75 ranged resist is quite nice. But yeah, Reuters are definitely a counter to that, and Mitoe is training a lot of them, which is probably a response. So you are right to bring that up, going very Reuter heavy, actually. And that might well be a response, because he probably suspects that his opponent is going industrial. There's just so few units here. But LordRaphael is now going to be up, and he's going to have 1,000 gold. That's going to pop out from the Tycoon.
Yep.
And I wonder what he's got in mind.
Can he gather that, though? Like, look at where it is, and look at where Mitoe is. He is going to sit right on top of that. Look at that. Like, he's got taste of victory in his mouth, and he's just going to sit right under that TC.
He's going to stand on that coin, it would seem.
That's huge. What's he doing in the middle of the map? He's sending more, just a lot of more...
rallying skirmishes in. And behind this, he's sent infantry combat as well, so the skirms are even stronger.
This is good for Mitoe, right?
Yeah, I think LordRaphael probably knew he was behind, and instead of just playing from behind, he decided that he would go for something in the Industrial Age, take that risk, and if it pays off,
heavy cannons,
it can be very strong. Because
oh my god, those skirms! They're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, they are going to get
there's the
blasted
Reuters going in
straight into hand combat,
and look at that.
And that's going to go down very quickly.
Oh my goodness, they got blasted.
An annihilation volley. That does go down there, but not. It's still it's dead.
No,
but
it's
not
dead.
Before he killed off all the Reuters. So
that's not too bad.
That's your evening mechanic there. So I think LordRaphael, he wanted to go for something a bit spicy, just because playing from behind is annoying and awkward.
Right.
And that's kind of worked out for him, right? He's got that 1 heavy cannon still up.
So many Reuters though, and they're going straight for the heavy cannon on the back lines.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and there's more coming in. That's it. Heavy cannon's gone, right?
But it's got 500 HP. Yeah, it's going to go down, but he's going to be able to kill off a bunch of skirms, Reuters for it. So it's not for free, but obviously is still absolutely something that he needs to take down.
Raphael's going to lose his army again.
Yeah, and
he just sent robber barons, but where? Because I didn't see the card.
Robber barons.
It must be on the left side. What's he got over there? He got something on the left.
To economic units. There it is.
Yeah, it's over at he built an outpost there. Okay, makes sense. But,
but imagine
lost so much here.
Imagine, if he had what Mitoe had, one of these 2 shipments, that would kind of help him even it up. And here, because 14 skirmishes, he'd be absolutely fine here, because then his skirm mass would be slightly higher than this. Not the case, though. Robber Barons, the factory is obviously a better long-term thing, but I don't know if he's in the position to get away with it just here.
Yeah, Mitoe's trying to punish this age up as much as possible. He's not aging up himself. He's sinking everything he can get into military production now to stay ahead. But yeah, I mean, how does he end it still, though? Because LordRaphael still has the bigger eco, and he's not really got any sieging potential, so he can't exactly go and kill the banks. He can't exactly go and kill the TCs. What does he do here? Maybe he adds a couple of Falc.
What, Mitoe?
Yeah, Mitoe.
Yeah, he's doing okay for eco. He's killing a couple of vills there. And this factory, if he finds it, is sort of undefended. And he's got the slightly larger eco. But yeah, you are right. He needs, some siege. That's something Dutch always has to find. They just don't have so much siege, just because skirms Reuters, even Hussar. They're very low siege units, so that's absolutely
I think
true.
maybe he's thinking, if I just kill all his military and keep piling on the units, like he'll know that he'll never be able to stabilize from this position. Maybe that's his thought process. He's doing a lot of Hussar here, which is obviously going to be great against
that's
these
going to be the nail in the
skirms,
coffin, perhaps.
Yeah.
Hussars really do tear skirms apart.
Veterancy as well. Religious freedom now being sent for the church.
Oh, that's interesting. So here he'll be able to get a shipment of Stradiots. And he's also in the industrial age, so if he can find himself up to, I think, 2,000 food, forgive me, I'm not sure what it costs, but there's one that gives, I think, 9 Stradiots or something like that, and there's one that gives, believe it or not, like 26 Musketeers for Dutch, so if he can get both of them out, that would be really nice. It looks like one of them is in queue now, text being researched. The Musketeer one, Stadholders are coming. We're going to see an insane number of Hussars, and that's going to be exactly what he needs to handle the Reuters. There's only a couple of skirmishers here, though more are coming in. Stadholders now going to appear. There they are. And these are Guard Musketeers.
That's very good. 33 military pop just jumping up there for LordRaphael. And they are a little outnumbered, but it's not very good for Mitoe because his army is all over the place. He's splintered up. He's got a group up to the north, and he's got a group down here. And we're going to see the south
behind this. I think all the banks and this factory's gathering coin as well. He can send then the Stradiots, and behind this have a not Musk-Huss, but a Musketeer Cav composition, which will be really good. He needs the Stradiots to deal with these skirms.
He's getting kited though.
Yeah, but he's just trying. He's got now he's to get back. He's going to try and retreat. He doesn't want to lose too many of these. He needs to wait for that. There it is. It's now in queue. Text being researched. Wargelder's coming in, but a lot of Musketeers.
He's lost so many already.
They are bleeding out.
And now more Reuters being shipped from Mitoe, so this is very good for him.
Here we go, though. We're about to see the Stradiots, but I think he's lost a few too many Musketeers. Stradiots now in, and if he can get them, land them on top of the skirms here, this will be pretty good.
Skirms backing up. Reuters coming over the map now. But a little bit too late, a little bit too far back, and there was an artillery foundry in the middle, by the way.
Let's go to units in queue.
But we don't see any artillery. Petards, let's go. He's gonna. I think he's seen the factory. He's gonna petard the factory.
Okay, we'll have to see. But the Stradiots are gonna even up the skirm count here. My LordRaphael being very diligent, a good job of focusing the Stadholders in the back rather than wasting the shots on the Reuters here. Pardon me, the Stradiots more, but Reuters, quite a few of them on the board now for Mitoe, and that's going to be really good against the Wargelders there. But a couple of skirms for LordRaphael. The seal seems quite even actually.
Right, we've got to watch the petards here.
Yeah, he's got some petards out.
You've got to watch out because LordRaphael's going to see them. So that's not good.
They're quite expensive units.
Oh no, that's backfired from Mitoe.
I think maybe even just chucking them.
They're just going in.
Is he just chucking him in there for HP? He needs to not lose this
Kaboom.
fight. So at this, they can't attack units.
They're not.
They have 5-hand attack or 6-hand attack. The siege attack's reserved.
I thought you
buildings.
could force them to blow themselves up or something.
Oh, they're like a detonate button.
Yeah, right.
That needs to be a thing. Yeah,
that could be funny.
But he's just he's realised that I think the Wargelders caught him off guard. And then he just has to chuck these petards in to help him catch up.
Still, though, he is coming out on top. He's cleaned up those big, beefy units, and now, well, Raphael's got a lot of idle vills for a start, but he's also down on military as well. It was a good attempt from LordRaphael, but this mass from Mitoe is just never-ending, and it's like he's just running out of tricks, right? Like, LordRaphael doesn't have those shipments anymore. There's nothing else in the bank.
What's that? An outpost desperately trying to go up. Yeah, that's the trouble. I feel like the Musketeers, they're good, but you need to, complement them. They're just not, Musks just aren't very good against skirmishes, and he'd already used up his heavy cannon shipment, which is sort of a shame there. The factory's still toggled to coin. He's got 2 of them out now. I wonder if he could make artillery from them. That's interesting. We saw a lot of that in the SmackDown I posted today. I just want to donate wins to Zoy. GG. To Zoo. I'm not sure.
That's his god. Right. Well, there you go.
And it will be.
Amazing.
It will be Mitoe versus Kaiser Klein in the grand finals. That is going to be hosted on ESOC, so if you've still got them open, keep them open. We'll drop a link to them in the chat, and we'll be hosting them shortly as well.
Yes, we will.
But, yes, the grand finals will be over on their stream. This event is hosted by ESOC, and 50% of all the donations to ESOC do make up the prize pool. It started at $100 and is now at $200. So,
correct us.
Should be a lot of fun. That was a really cool
series.
That was a really fun series, and that game in particular was quite fun too.
Yeah, it was. Mitoe didn't look too good in game 1. came back in Game 2 and then took the win in Game 3 for a 2-1 victory in the semi-final here. And that will mean that he will indeed go against Kaiser Klein in the grand final over at ESOC TV.